Hi, I'm Steve, the Introverted Traveler. I've made it my mission in life to explore the beaches, deserts, mountains, and even cityscapes around us, and to do so while avoiding contact with as many people as possible. And although I will never hang out with you for any reason, I do invite you to join me on my journey. Come and see the world through the eyes of an extreme introvert. On this edition, we are hiking to the top of Rubicon Peak near Tahoe, California. Along the way, we will see rocky trails, thick forests, cute chipmunks, and the splendor of blue and beautiful Lake Tahoe. This and much more on this Introverted Travels. Greetings once again, and we are back on yet another adventure. Today, we are on the western shore of Lake Tahoe here in Northern California, and we are headed up the trail to Rubicon Peak. There's not much to say about this one. It's a peak, there's a trail. You'll get views of the lake, except for the fact that as I was coming in, I noticed that there was a gigantic cloud of smoke hanging over the lake. It's California and we're in October. I have no idea what's on fire, but apparently something's on fire. So the views today might totally suck, but again, that's California in the summer or fall now. Yeah, doesn't matter. Anytime it's not winter and raining, you can't see crap. It's going to be about, I believe, about a 4-mile hike round trip. So this is a short one. However, if all trails is to be believed, and let me get out of the sun here. So, if all trails is to be believed, it's straight up. As you can see by the trail that's literally going straight up the hill. But let me tell you the meat and potatoes of the intro here. I see some people, unfortunately, but there's not that many people at the trailhead. So I'm hoping that aside from the couple of people and a dog that are coming towards me right now, there won't be that many out. I am hoping. I want one hike where there isn't mundane conversations and idiots everywhere. And so if I can get that, if I can get even a sliver of that today, it's going to be wonderful. But I'm in Lake Tahoe, folks. You want to talk about hell mouths full of people. Lake Tahoe, unfortunately, is one of the worst. It is nothing but a tourist trap. It is full of people doing whatever the hell people want to do. It is loud. It is usually crowded. However, I'm here on a Sunday, and I'm here on the off season, so I'm here in almost mid-October, October, I don't know, 8th, I think. So it might be quieter today. I don't know. Or it might quickly become one of those videos, which is to say just a normal video. So buckle up one way or the other. Let's get going. Because I hear mundane conversations and a couple of people behind me. So let's get away from them and get this started. Right off the bat, very, very steep climb. Look at this. And it's going to be this way all the way up. That's what the reviews said. Yeah, the reviews. I mumble when I'm tired, and I'm always tired because I'm always hiking. But yeah, so it's going to be smooth. It's going to be steep all the way up. And of course, that means it's going to be nice and downhill on the way back, which I actually like less than uphill because it just hurts the knees, you know. I've got all this massive, hunky, you know, beautiful body, and it just puts too much on the knees. But what I really want to mention is how I am hearing, it's basically a soundtrack instead of the birds and the bugs and then, you know, the chirping and all that stuff in the forest. I'm hearing motorboats. Why am I hearing motorboats? Well, we're right above Lake Tahoe, and unfortunately, humanity in its infinite wisdom has completely ruined this area. I mean, as I was saying earlier, this is a tourist haven, and there are loud boats, there's houses everywhere, the water, which is historically nice and blue, and was known as a very blue lake. It's getting cloudier and cloudier all the time because there's people everywhere. What should have been made into a national park long ago is just, well, it's beautiful, but it's humanity at its worst. There's tourist shops, there's children running and screaming, and people playing in the water, and blah blah blah. So yeah, and I see people way down there. So we're gonna get going because yeah. All right, I'm gonna give you a glimpse at what I'm dealing with up here. So, right in front of me is Lake Tahoe. The lake is right there. You can barely see it. That's the south shore that we're staring at way over there. That's Nevada, so those mountains are over there in Nevada. But unfortunately it's hazy, and again, I have no idea where all this haze is coming from. I don't know if there's a fire somewhere. I don't know if this is just lake haze. Don't think that's a real thing, but yeah, it's bad. So don't expect any spectacular lake views, because pretty much every time I've come up here, I mean, you saw me at Mount Rose. It wasn't terrible that day, but whenever you come up here in the late summer or early fall before the snow, it's special. It's very hazy. It's like Los Angeles, only, without the crack dealers and the drive-by shootings and Disneyland. Blech. Well, I know I'm not alone out here because I'm hearing hooping and hollering. Why do people feel it appropriate to come out to the woods and just start like making ape noises and yelling? And can't you just come out here and shut up? I mean, do you have to let nature know you're here? Does nature need to know of your presence? Doesn't nature already know of your presence? So yeah, if you come out to the woods, don't hoop and holler and scream and sound like you're, trying to imitate a chimpanzee or a bonobo or, insert cool primate name here. Just come out here and shut up. Be quiet. Shh. A, you won't tick me off because I'm a cranky old man. And B, it's just for the solitude of everybody. Just be quiet. All right. I'm going to get the hell out of here before the hollering catches up to me. I'll see you in a minute. I've reached that part of the hike where I'm starting to go straight up, hence I'm slow as a sloth and I'm breathing heavy. But unfortunately, I'm also seeing people. There's nothing worse to me than looking up a trail and seeing another human being. It's such a disappointment. It's like, oh, and then you have to feel your heart break and your soul crush. It'd be a lot easier if people just stayed away from me. But unfortunately, you haven't gotten that memo yet. So it's not actually that many people out here. I've only seen a couple, but a couple is too many people for me. However, I'm getting closer and closer. Fortunately, this is the hardest part of the hike, and it's gonna take me a while because, again, turtle. And everybody goes, zooming past me because I'm slow as hell, but that's okay. I'm not here for the race, I'm here for the peak. So, yeah, that's my status report. I'm sure you're all giddy with excitement to hear it. But, yeah, I'm going up. And this particular trail is pretty much a straight line, so I'm going up that way. Yeah, spoiler alert. There's more mountain and rocks and trail straight ahead. Oh yeah, grade's increased significantly now, and I'm hauling 300 and some odd pounds of me up this hill. Of course, it could be a lot worse. I could be back on Mount St. Helens or, any of the other 50 giant hills I've done this summer, fall now. But yeah, still going up. Still hyperventilating, and I climbed all that, so that's a good thing, right? course, it's going to be cruising on the way back, but yeah, I'm going to keep going. Right at this minute, I'm alone. I think I hear an airplane, but it's quiet. I love this. Let's go. People behind me, they won't shut up. Alright, I think I'm officially in hell. Not because I'm out here climbing wherever the hell this is. There's a couple who passed me with a kid. Kid's a little bit older though, probably 10 or 11, so not nearly as irritating as, little kids. And they had a dog. And of course, the only one out of that group that I could stand was the dog, yes. Well, the dude. So I think a husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, or the dad stops right on the trail and takes a phone call just for me and all of nature to hear. Just yak, 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 yak. You people that come out here and can't can't put your phones on silent, or just for whatever reason have this compulsion to pick up a phone whenever it rings, do me a favor. Go over here somewhere beside the trail. Take your cell phone in your hand and chuck that stupid thing as far as you can throw it. Because it's not appropriate. I mean, if there's an emergency, yes, I understand that, but do not take a social call out here when there's other people trying to enjoy, well, the sound of airplanes and the haze of the lake. The lake's down there, by the way. You can barely see it through the trees, but yeah, that's my latest rant. Once again, people ruin everything, and I'm going slow as hell, in part because I'm trying to let everybody go, and it takes a while for them to get out of earshot, and I just can't stand being around them. So, yeah, that's my day. How's your day going? All right, so there was a nice dirt path that was just winding up the mountain. And I look at my map, and All Trails tells me that I'm off the trail. Well, instead of a nice, comfy dirt path, it wants me to go this way. Look at that. Look at the wonderful, well, that's an All Trails special right there. But since I'm used to bouldering at this point, and I've done some gnarly ones at this point, I think we can handle this. But yeah, never, ever, ever let yourself think that All Trails wants you to be comfortable. All Trails wants you to be dead, or at least maimed. It wants you to be able to use its app over and over again and give it business, but it wants you severely limped and injured and whatever else. So, while I'm sure I'm the only one taking this trail, I'm going to go ahead and go up All Trails' hell path and hope for the best. You're not going to kill me, All Trails. I swear to you. Of course, All Trails got me lost a little bit, but I'm back on the trail, if you can call this a trail. Nice rocky scrambling here. But yeah, didn't get me this time, All Trails. You're the coyote, and I'm the incredibly bloated roadrunner. Just remember that. I've more or less reached the end of the All Trails map. I've been scrambling over boulders because there is a trail in here and you can kind of see it, but yeah, so I don't think this is the actual peak though. From the reviews that I read, the peak lies beyond me a little bit, and there's actually a bit more trail, so I'm going to go up a little bit. But yeah, there's Lake Tahoe. There's wonderful, beautiful Lake Tahoe. We've seen it before. And once again, I'm on top of the world, and there's nobody here. That's why I'm thinking, because there were a bunch of people that went up, so that's why I'm thinking that there's an actual true peak up here. So I'm going to go exploring for a minute And then we're headed back because more or less made it. There's water down there and I'm up high, so you know, I count that. I'm at the end of the All Trails map. That's usually my marker, so yeah. Made it to the top. I'm not alone. But look at this. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? I guess technically the peak is up there, but I'm good. Yeah. I'm not scrambling up anymore. Yeah. Made it. All right, I moved about 10 feet and check this view out. Isn't that spectacular? There's still snow on that mountain over there. There's lakes. There's a whole series of lakes down there. Or maybe that's a river. I don't know where I am. I know I'm on Earth. That's where I am. And behind those trees up here, of course, is Lake Tahoe. We've already seen that, but yeah, isn't this gorgeous? All right, I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to start to turn around because it's kind of sketchy this last half mile, so I'm going to have to find my way back. Thank you, All Trails. So yeah, it's time to go, but that is gorgeous. All right, I'm slowly making my way back. Unfortunately, there were other people up there, and it was the parents of that kid. The kid was burping. The dad wouldn't shut up and stop talking, and I can still hear him up there. I'm on my way back, but isn't Tahoe gorgeous? I mean, seriously. The ocean is cool, but Tahoe's got a special thing of beauty, except for all those, boats out there. Damn people, but yeah, on my way back now. All right, I'm on my way down here, and I gotta tell you, it was pure hell at the top. The other hikers, because for some reason, people have no etiquette. They come out here, they bring their cell phones apparently, and actually the guy who was at the top of the peak yakking with his family was the same dude that was on the cell phone. So he has absolutely no manners. He has no trail etiquette whatsoever. When you get to a place like that, just be quiet and let people enjoy it. Don't have your kid burping or screaming. Don't have your wife talking to you. Don't be talking to your wife. Just shut up. Why is it so hard for people today to shut up? Is everyone so self-important they think that they have to be heard every second of the day? As I say this into a GoPro that I'm going to post on the internet. But when there's other people around, I try to keep it to a minimum. I did a little bit of narrative and then I got the hell out of there. Because yeah, you want to be quiet in places like this. When there's seclusion, when there's natural quiet, be quiet. We're going to practice that right now. So you can see I'm on my way down. And it's nice out here. Let's go, folks, before more people show up. So I just noticed I am completely alone on this trail right now. I know there's some people behind me because let me adjust that so it doesn't cut my damn head off. Okay, so I know that there's some people up at the peak. They're probably gonna come back down and pass me with my luck, but because I passed them on the way up. But yeah, I've seen nobody. Nobody's coming up. No one's going down. It's just me, and it's glorious. I mean, look how beautiful this forest is. Look at that. Look at all that. Quiet. I can't even hear the speedboats in the lake anymore. Everything is quiet. Everything is nice. This is the way hiking should be. So I'm going to actually shut up and enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you in a little while. One last look. Look at the beautiful woods. Squirrels poop here, but it is silent. All right, this is the worst possible time of day to do this because the sun's right here, but see that peak right there? Doop. That's where we were. I was up there, and now I'm down here. Still get beautiful views of the lake, although it looks a lot closer than it did up there. But yeah, that's where we were. I'd aim the camera back in that general direction, but unfortunately, the sun is like right there. It's like almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So instead we get to look at Tahoe, hazy, beautiful Tahoe. And I'll be back pretty soon. Oh look, little chipmunk. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, look cutie. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro. There it is. Right there. Somewhere in there, I don't know. Well, I'd rather see that than other people out here. It's way cuter than anybody's kids, I can tell you that much. But yeah, one last look of really close Tahoe, and let's go. All right, folks, it's that time in the video in which we give our introverted trail rating. It's on a scale of 1 to 10. So, 1 is the equivalent of the awfulness that is Disneyland on the 4th of July and the number of people there. It's claustrophobic, it's awful, they're invading your space, they're invading your mind, it's the worst possible hell you can have, for somebody like me at least. And as we all know, I represent all humans. So anyway, it's the worst possible thing ever. Then, on the opposite, of course, of that scale, and I'm not moving because the sun is in bad places right now, and I don't want to destroy my video. My personality already does that. So, the opposite on the scale is 10, which represents a field in the middle of Antarctica, or is like a field in the middle of Antarctica. It's just you and the penguins. It's heaven. It's bliss. There's no humans. There's no mundane conversations. I don't have to hear anybody burping during lunch. And it's wonderful. So, on that scale, this trail is a 4. Unfortunately, it's a beautiful trail. It's secluded a lot of times, but we're in Tahoe. You're going to get people hiking all over the place. You're going to get people screaming and hooting and shouting in the woods. You're going to get people taking over the rocks and blocking the way and burping and making noises and just destroying solitude and basically just destroying happiness. And that's exactly what happened. Now, I will say, again, there were sections of this trail that were secluded. They were nice, and I did have, wonderful moments, especially, well, right now is a good example, but I'm still going to give it a 4, maybe might push it to a 5, but it's definitely not a field in Antarctica. But as I said at the beginning of the video, this is Lake Tahoe, and humans have pretty much ravaged and destroyed this area. My misery index runs 1 to 5. 1 being not miserable at all, which is a complete fiction because I'm always miserable to some degree. And a 5 being completely, utterly, horribly miserable. This trail was definitely a 5 in places. Right now I'm at a 2.5, maybe a 3, just because I don't see any humans around here. I don't even see any bear. I'd like a bear. A bear's fine. Humans, no. So, that's where I am on the trail ratings. That's where I am in the misery index. And I'm almost back to my car. So that's where I'm about to be in a minute. I am just about back to my car. I'm in the very last stretch of everything. So it's time for us to say goodbye. But before we do that, quick recap. So, I'm hiking the Rubicon Trail today. I got up to Rubicon Peak. Along the way, I saw Tahoe in many different angles, many different positions, many different distances, and it was beautiful every time. Unfortunately, there were way too many people out, so we didn't get a great shot at the very end. I didn't get up to the very highest point, but I got pretty damn close. We saw rocks, we saw other lakes in the distance, we saw mountain peaks, we saw a little bit of snow, we saw everything. So, you know what comes next, folks. Stay introverted, and I'll see you in the next adventure.